So right now I'm rebuilding my life. I have no plan. I'm leaning specifically on faith. I'm going to take the leap and hopefully the net will come out. Now, I do not have everything figured out, but I made a decision that I'm not staying where I am in every area of my life. Anything that I want to fix, anything that I've been complaining about, I am actually going to just take the leap and take control, because my biggest thing is, how long are we going to sit and continue to complain about things that we don't like or things that no longer fit or serve our life, right? Find you under all that pain. There's a fire you can't contain. Rather let it lead the way. The truth is, I feel like a lot of women are in this space right now where life doesn't look or feel how you thought it would, right? Maybe the body, the car you drive, the career you thought you were going to have by a certain age. It's never going to be perfect, but that does not mean that you have to sit there and keep letting life happen to you. When are you going to take life by the reins, grab that horse by its reins, and actually plan and decide the life you want for yourself and actually go out and get it? That's what I'm doing. So let me back up a little bit, literally and figuratively, and let me tell you who I am. My name is Ashley Nicole. I'm a women's health and life coach. I am working on editing my life right now. This is what I'm calling it to myself. I'm calling it the Ashley edit. It's where I go in because I'm a writer. I decided to take the things that I use in my writing, like when part of my book doesn't make sense to me or the plot holes are in the book and I'm recognizing that this isn't the way I want it to go. What I've decided to do is use those same tactics that I use to edit my books before I publish them to do the exact same thing in my life. So, this is what I like to call the Ashley edit. I've decided to look at every single area of my life: my body, my wardrobe, my marriage, my relationship with my kids, the boundaries that I'm setting or not setting for myself, what goals I want in my financial career, what goals I want in every aspect in every area of my life. And if it doesn't look like what I originally writ or thought it was going to be, I'm editing that shit out. So I know I'm not the only one who feels like or has been through this, where you're trying and doing everything, but something just seems off in your life. I can honestly say that's exactly where I was. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. My daughter graduated last year of May 2025. She turned 18, the youngest in the house. And I had told myself right before she graduated, I kept feeling it. I'm like, she's getting older. Some of the responsibilities that I have aren't going to be on my plate as much. We're worried about school and sports and all those amazing things that us as moms tend to worry about. My thing was, I have been working since I was 14. I'm 39, I'll be 40 soon. And I told myself, when my daughter graduates, I'm quitting my job. Have no plan. Am I telling anyone to do this? Absolutely not. Is it easy? Absolutely not. But let me finish telling you my story. So, my daughter getting up to high school, her last year, we put everything into her, making sure she got everything she needed, making sure she graduated on time. But my thought was, when she graduates, now that she has a license, when she starts to work or goes to school, whatever it is that she decides to do for herself, what am I going to do? What am I going to do when my responsibility isn't always about having to work certain hours because it didn't work with her schedule, or making sure she gets to school on time and all those amazing things? Yes, I'm still going to be a parent 100% because 18 to me isn't fully grown, but it is very independent. And I didn't want to wait until the last minute where my kids leave the nest and I'm sitting at home with my husband and we have no idea what we're supposed to do. Now that we're parents, but we're parents of young adult children. So I went to my husband August 29th. Well, actually, before August, I went to my husband, I think it was May, right when my daughter graduated, and I told him August 29th, 2025, I will be leaving my full time job. Now, let me explain something to you. Over the last, I can say 10 years, back in 2016, I have been working on a few things. I had a clothing line, I started writing my books, but nothing was really pushed, right? I had my clothing line for a while. Things were working well, but I thought that that's what I wanted to do or what I needed to do. And I realized early on that it wasn't. I love fashion. I love wearing certain clothes, but I didn't want to sell fashion to other people. And I learned that really, really quick. Did that mean I fell in that process? No. I just never took the time at my younger years to figure out who I was. Now I am. Did it take a while? Absolutely. Am I doing it? Absolutely. So fast forwarding 2016, I started getting licenses in personal training, yoga, Pilates, all those amazing things for fitness because that's what I like to do for myself. And I never really thought if I was going to make a career out of it. It was just an accomplishment that I wanted for myself. Decided to get my life coach license. I'm a life coach practitioner as well. I've also got my licenses in herbalist because I wasn't sure in this big life that I've had that's been feeling so tiny lately what I wanted to do. So I decided I was going to try everything. I got all of my licenses. I took time. I actually poured into myself, but it was very minute, very little. So it's like big here with the family, little here for me, big here with these dreams, little here for me, all the way up until this big age of really 39. And I decided that finally I have all these things. My daughter's graduating. I don't have the excuses anymore to say I can't do these things for myself. My excuses used to be I have to work within her time. I have to get her to school. I have to make sure her grades are done. I have to cook. I have to clean. I have to do all these things. And yes, my husband was a big help, but my personality, I took a lot of these things on when nobody asked me to. Not every single one of them, right? So now that the responsibilities are starting to sway and my daughter's independent and my husband is figuring out his career and I don't have to watch over the kids or worry what we're doing this weekend or whatever, what am I going to do with my life? Right? Because yes, I've done amazing things. I've published books. I've got licenses. But does my life actually look like what I imagine? I can honestly say absolutely not. So here's what I did. August 29th, 2025, with my licenses that I had, I decided to quit my 9 to 5. That was fitting the bills and was taking care of my house. But guess who wasn't being taken care of? Me. So here's what I learned in my process of deciding to take the leap. I had no clue what that meant. I had no clue the responsibility that I was actually taking on because guess what? I had no one there to tell me what to do every single day. So every single day when I got up, I had to create the plan. So the reason why I decided that I wanted to do this video is because I don't want anyone to experience what I went through in the most loving way. It wasn't bad. It was just create the plan and then take action steps. It's really that simple. So let me go through the first tip that you should do when you're deciding to change your life. So I got a little deep because this is a topic that's very close to my heart because not only have I experienced it, I'm still experiencing it right now. So the first step, we're going to go with number 1. Decide that you are done staying where you are. What does that mean? For me, I can use myself as an example. For me, I knew that the place that I was working, first of all, I never wanted to work there in the first place. But I started because COVID happened. A lot of things in my life happened and I needed an income. So I picked it up. I was only supposed to be there 2 years. I look up 5, almost 6 years later, still in the same spot. And outside of it actually paying my bills because it really wasn't funding my life. It was keeping me stable. So I'm very appreciative. But it was adding no value that I could take somewhere in what I actually wanted to do. So you have to get to a point where you get uncomfortable and you tell yourself, this time next week, this time next month, this time next year, I don't want to have this same conversation. Decide that you are tired, figure out what it is, take a book, write it down. Every single thing in your life, in your edit, that you feel like, it's not supposed to look like this. For me, don't compare yourself to anyone else. For you in your journey, it's not supposed to look like this. I expected this from you, the things that you can change, not anyone else, right? You go in, you start writing your stuff down, and you go in and you start making your edits. You start making them work for you. But first, you have to get clear on the things that you no longer are comfortable with and you're no longer just accepting and you have to make the decision to make the move. Step 2, the next step after you've made your decision is to clean one area of your life. What does that look like? Maybe you live in a space that isn't clean and it's not comfortable. This one I literally need clean. And it feels very childish. And you're ready to feel like a grown woman, snatched, whatever, when you step inside your bedroom. Get your bedroom together. Maybe that's your focal point. Maybe that's something that drives you crazy. Maybe you are set in your career. Maybe you're set in your relationship. Maybe you're set in other areas, but this area just keeps bothering you. Get up, clean it, see the things that you could do to fix this area to make it feel good for you. Or maybe it is, for me, my top one was my career. I wasn't where I wanted to be. Yeah, I was working it on the side and I would do personal training here and I would get a side gig here, but I wanted what my dream was to actually be my life. I didn't want to keep running away from it. Every other weekend or every other week, I would go do training because that's what I really wanted to do, but I was just stuck here. Nobody told me I had to stay. That's the first thing. Another area could be maybe your body. Maybe you feel like you want to put on a little more weight because maybe you feel like your body doesn't look like an adult. Or maybe you are sexy or in the way that you want. Maybe you want to lose a little weight. Maybe you don't want either and you just want to tone up, or you want to be able to go into whatever store, buy whatever item and put it on your body and you can wear whatever you want. So that's another area of your life that you can edit and clean up. What does that look like for you? What are your action steps in order to do that? Are you going to start eating clean? Are you going to the gym? Are you doing workout videos? Are you going to walk this summer? Are you going to give up something, alcohol, sugar, all those different things? You can make that decision for you. These are the areas of your life where you remember this is your plan. This is your journey. Nobody can do this edit for you but you. You decide what you want. You write that thing down that you don't like. You cross that thing out and you start writing what you want that to look like for you. Step 3, one of my favorite ones that I have been very strategic with and I feel like has worked for me well. Show up even when it's messy, right? So even when I didn't know the full plan and what I was going to do with chasing my dream or creating the lifestyle that I wanted for myself, I still went every single day. Even in the beginning of my career and the beginning of me going full time, there were times where I had one person in class. To me, that felt messy, right? I showed up every single time. And I didn't show up with an attitude, may have had a little fit at home, but they would never know that, right? I showed up every single time like there were 35 people in that classroom. No difference when it comes to changing your body. Even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like maybe you didn't get to apply yourself that day, go to the gym anyways. Put the sugar cookie away and replace it with something else. You know, those are the type of things that you have to do when you actually want to take control of your life. Because this is a thing. Life is going life with or without you, right? So either you can control it or you can let it control you, meaning you can let yourself stay out of shape. You can continue to stay in a career that doesn't fulfill you. Not saying leave today, but what are your plans? Do you ever have plans to live there? Or are you just going to wake up every single day and say, hey, this is life. Life is life. And I hate that saying. Life be life. And no, life do life in certain areas, but there's a lot that is life because you ain't doing nothing to control it, right? At least that's what I say for myself. So for me in this step, when you're showing up messy, okay, so maybe you want to change a room in your house, but right now you just can't afford it, right? Maybe you sacrifice the Starbucks. Maybe you sacrifice going to Caribou. Maybe you sacrifice going to the bookstore and you buy a nice lamp, or you take that money that you were going to buy a $15 book or a $10 drink and you put it into an envelope until you can buy a nightstand in your room, right? Until you can pay for that gym membership, until you can fund what you need to grow your business or to take a class to put you on the next level. So not everything has to be done right away. Not everything has to be done perfectly. I've done a lot of things messy. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest. But part of my process has been, are you really tired? Are you really sick of this? Or do you just like complaining? Do you like to just have a conversation? Do you want to be one of those women who walk into a room and nobody wants to be around you because you're walking in melancholy, you're walking in complaining, but you do nothing to change your life? Or do you want to be one of those women who show up? Do you want to be one of those women who said, girl, I'm so sick of dressing like this. I want to upgrade. And the next time you see me, baby, I walk into the room just like I said I wanted to look. Or the next time you see me, I'm posting because I'm in the gym. The next time you see me, I've started a side hustle so that I can work my way into my career, into my dream, into the things that I want. What type of woman do you want to be? Not for anybody else, but for yourself. Because when you look in the mirror every single day, why you want to keep lying to yourself? I, I'm talking to me too. Why do you want to keep lying to yourself? Because really, at the end of the day, you're the only one who has to deal with you. You're the only one who has to look in your face. If you won't stop lying to you, and you won't push you, and you won't believe in you, why do you have such high expectations for someone else? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want my husband to fund my life. I want him to pay the bills. Yeah, okay. But I still want the ability where if he needs something that I can come through. That's the type of woman that I am. Does it feel hard? Absolutely. Does consistency hurt? Some days. Some days it does. Does being persistent hurt? Some days it does. But so does being broke. So does being overweight. So does being in a career or a relationship or something that you hate. So does walking into a closet that doesn't fit this grown ass woman that you are now. I mean, powerhouse, right? So we have to make the decision on whether or not we really want this. And that is where I come in, not only for you, but for myself, because I don't talk anything that I haven't done myself. I've had failures. I've given up. I've started something. I've stopped it. I've whatever. I'm not perfect, but what I decided at this age is when I hit 40 in the next 2 to 3 months, baby, I'm not coming in as that 38-year-old who was sitting somber. And no, that wasn't my life, but I had moments and I'll still have moments, I'm sure, but I'm not going to show up that way anymore. When I wake up in the morning and I look in that mirror, I can't expect anybody to give me something that I'm not willing to give myself at all. If I want big money, then I got to come big, right? I got to have something to give you in order to get that in return. If I want a respectful, loving relationship, then I got to give respect and I got to give love, right? If I want a beautiful, banging body instead of looking at someone else online, then I got to get my ass up. And some days I'm up at 4:50 in the morning to go to the gym. Do I actually want to do it all the time? Absolutely not. Does it feel good to watch Netflix and sleep in the house and chill and say, I deserve this? Ice cream ain't did nothing. Absolutely not. Do I deserve great things? Absolutely. But I also deserve to show people how to treat me. That's a whole nother conversation, and we're going to talk about that next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I just got real deep. I will apologize, but at the same time, I can't because that wouldn't be me. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you like videos like this, if you want to get deeper, if you want to know more about the Ashley Edit, or if you want to know about my embodiment archetypes, because I work on those too. Those are my own that I created on my own. I'll let you know about that too. Leave a comment below. Till next time, guys. Thank you.